Yeah, this is just a very quick video, but base boxing basement. Like, subscribe, donate, blah blah. So the day before, Joyce, Big Joyce was meant to fight Patrick Korte. It's announced it's been taken off the card. I mean, I don't know why they took this long to announce it, right? Maybe they were hoping to sell tickets, and people wanted to come and see Joyce. I didn't want to take his name off until right at the end because it was obvious that surely it wouldn't happen. Patrick Korte is no killer. Do you know what I mean? But, with the big fight, the big money fight against Dillian White lined up, why on earth would Joyce want to take a warm-up fight? Anything can happen. Injuries, cuts, you know what I mean? He might even get randomly knocked out. I mean, you think it's pretty unlikely against Korte, but, you don't know, do you? Maybe his chin's cracked. This guy Korte, he can punch. He can punch. Big Patrick, he's called. Big Patrick Korte. He's got 22 wins and 18 KOs, but 4 losses, all by KO. It's likely Joyce would have knocked him out, right? But, you just can't be sure. I mean, Dempsey McKean knocked this guy out in 3 rounds, yeah? Hughie Fury knocked him out in 2 rounds. So, I don't think Korte would have presented much of a risk to Joyce, but, with a big fight, it's crazy to take any kind of warm-up. A guy as experienced as Joyce doesn't need a warm-up. He needs a good training camp, and he needs to learn how to move his head out of the way of punches. You wouldn't want to, the Korte fight was announced way before, or Korte, is it Patrick Korte, if he's German? I don't know if he's real German, or like Caballero, he's not German, but he's born there, and according to some, that makes him German. Whatever, man, I don't really care. The fight was off predictably. It's just, they should have taken it off as soon as the Dillian White fight was announced, because it's quite clear that it would be a stupid risk to take. Head clashes, it wouldn't even have to be a punch that cut him. It could be a head clash, an elbow, something like that. And then that fight's scrapped or delayed. I mean, I'm pretty sure, who's running the show? Who's running that show? It's Frank Warren, right? I'm pretty sure Frank Warren is experienced enough to know that to fight anybody, however, easy the fight is predicted to be, to fight anybody when you've got a massive fight already signed and lined up, I did in White, a couple of months afterwards is crazy. It's potentially commercial suicide. Frank Warren's very experienced, and he's not going to have that. He's not going to have that. He's not going to risk that entire bill being called off because it's the main event. Having that entire bill called off, all the work pissed up the wall, and having to rearrange it, and he's probably already booked the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester, Lancashire, England. I'm slightly disappointed that they took this long to take it off the schedule. They've only just announced the day before the fight was meant to happen, and I'm pretty sure it's in Bournemouth, right? It was going to be in Bournemouth, right? This fight. I'm pretty sure there's some people who, really wanted to see Joyce. He's, despite his defeats to Chisora and twice to the Big Bang, he's still a name. He's still a heavyweight. He's still dangerous. And probably there's a bunch of people in Bournemouth that want to watch it, so, I'm very cynical. I bet they just took it off at the last minute because they thought we might still be able to get some tickets sold, because, right, the show at Bournemouth is also a Frank Warren show, okay, and now it starts to make sense. It's called Collision on the Coast. Ryan Garner is the main event with Salvador Jimenez. I think both guys are unbeaten, although Jimenez has a draw. So, Frank Warren is very shifty. He's clever, and he knows the business, and he's shifty. He probably thought, I'll keep the name on until the last minute, right? Because otherwise I might have loads of people I lose loads of ticket sales. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what happens in these cases. Certainly with Fish Eyes, I think if you wrote to him and said, look, I came to see Joyce, I want my money back, he'd ignore you. I think it's happened in the past before. There's probably he's very tight on legal matters, Fish Eyes. So he's probably there's probably some legal small print that says, the bill may be changed before the event. This does not entitle you to a refund or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit sneaky, man. That's it. But I mean, obviously, I understand the reasons. But they should have just, as soon as Dillian White fight was announced, they should have pulled him out. Yeah, it's some low down stuff here going on. Anyway, whatever, man. I hope it's a good fight. Good fight night for the Bournemouth folks. Anyway, peace.